Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, welcome back to Peachtree Morning Show. It's good to see you guys. It's Tuesday, May 19th. And today, thank you. I have two really cool guests. They're my good friends. Raul Nateres from Mexico. And he's worked for some very big companies in Mexico, Coca-Cola, which is one of the largest companies in Mexico. And also he worked for Tec de Monterrey, which is like the MIT of Mexico. It's a very, very famous engineering school. He's a mechanical engineer, and he's a graduate from the SCIM College in Sedona. And he has a beautiful family and two children. Two boys, one 13-year-old and one 7-year-old. So thank you, Raul, for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
He also organized some great programs in Mexico City, and thank you for that, for DCI. And then Ella Lu from Shenzhen, China. She has been an executive at the American International Assurance Corporation, very, very big company, and also for Ping An Bank, which is one of the largest banks in China, and they own the largest building there in Shenzhen. I gave a class at the top. I think it's 108 stories high or something, 118, and bigger than the Empire State Building, and a very beautiful. So she worked for a very big company, and now she's a psychological consultant, and she has a beautiful 14-year-old son, and she's also a graduate from the Sedona College of International Management. So thank you both for coming. And I'm going to turn it over to Ella. She's going to be the host today.
Well, thank you, Geshe-la, for inviting us to the show. And then I always like having my breakfast and enjoy your show. So it's it's very great for me to
What time is it in China?
Now it's 8 o'clock, 8:17, yeah.
So it's only a morning show for you.
Yeah, my morning tea. And today's question is about education. It's from Romania, Delia from Romania.
Hello, Geshe-Michael. Hello, teachers. My name is Delia, and I'm from Romania. My question is about education system. In our country, it's a little bit old. Kids struggle to find meaning in the content which is taught in the school, or to find living examples in their teachers, which I believe would help them learn much easier and with much fun. So what is the seed we can plant as parents and kids to change the education system into a much enjoyable and valuable experience? Thank you.
Yeah, this is the question. I guess all the parents would like to know about this.
Yeah, same in China, same in Mexico.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Raul, what do you think?
Well, I think it's very interesting. It's a very interesting question because here in Mexico, we think that maybe the educational system is also obsolete for the current needs that the kids have. And when I first listened about this question, it made me think, what can we do to improve this educational system? And I just kept going and going back to the pen over and over, because I realized that the system wasn't obsolete by its own side. As the pen is coming, I have a pen here. So, as the pen is coming from me, also the educational system, that can be obsolete or not, is coming from me. So I believe that those are good news, because we can do something about it.
Yeah. Ella, what seed we have to plant to change it? I don't know.
Actually, I think she mentioned two factors. One is enjoyable, and then the kids can also get some meaningful experience from the school. Yeah. I think this is the two seeds that we can work on. enjoyable. I think as no matter for parents and kids, I think parents is the first teacher for the kids.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
if the parents doesn't live an enjoyable life or like a typical way, and then I think it's quite hard for them to see the system to be very enjoyable. But if they can do it in in another way, and then I think it's much easier.
I'm thinking that you know, why I also have a school near my house, and to be honest, it's not a very good school, and they don't teach the kids very well. I think Arizona is in number 49 among all the schools in America. Like we are almost at the bottom, and I think if it's coming from me, maybe it's because I'm not very curious. You see, like I don't try to learn new things. I got lazy, you know, like nowadays everybody's in quarantine. I'm still in quarantine. Ella's lucky, she's already finished. But we are still in quarantine. So I'm supposed to learn how to use Zoom, and I'm supposed to use this new technology, but I feel lazy, and I feel like I don't want to learn new things. And I think as you get older, you start to get lazy. You don't want to learn new things. You are not curious, especially technology. Ella's lucky because your son will teach you everything. And Raul, but you know, I don't have kids here to teach me. So I think if we try harder to learn something new every day, maybe anything, it doesn't have to be philosophy, you know, it could be something on your computer or something outside, then that would be a seed, I think. What do you guys think?
I think, go Ella, please.
I think that's cool. Totally agree. Because I remember I used to graduate from an experimental middle school, and this school is very famous for their innovative thoughts. And then they encourage the students to always try something new. And then I think I personally benefit a lot from it. And then I also found the school life to be very exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is
Cool.
my personal experience.
Cool. Raul, what do you think? How could you make school more exciting? Are your kids like the school? Do your girls like the school? Your boys, sorry.
Uh, they like it more now that they don't have to go to school. They are taking
Mhm.
online classes, so they are happy
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And that's what I was saying before, that we have realized now that the kids are taking online classes, that the system should be more adequate for kids nowadays, because they have different needs that we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
And also, what I was thinking is that if we want the process to be more enjoyable for kids,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm seeing this obsolete system as a third flower, yeah,
Mhm.
of my own seed. Yeah, so I know that I have to give people more enjoyable moments, more meaningful moments. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that will be one of my advices here. I think that that one of making efforts to learn something new. It's a very good one, and also give meaningful moments and enjoyable moments to other people, and then try to focus on or send that seed to the obsolete system that we have now.
Yeah. Ella, what do you think is fun? What's the importance of having fun in the school or things like that? In life, it seems like having fun is maybe something important. What do you think? I don't know.
I I think like in life or in work or in school, to having fun is actually is the most one of the most important part,
Hmm.
because for something that if you can really dive in it with some interest, and then you'll find all the difficult things, even that they are difficult, but you still like enjoy the time, that you will learn it better. But
Hmm.
I think we need the seeds to having fun in
Hmm.
something.
Yeah.
So we can try to like make others to encourage others to also have fun, or like also, I think just to give them the chance to discover more, and then to present something in a beautiful way or fun way. If like I know Raul is now teaching in the university, I think instead of being a very strict teacher, maybe he can also make the course very fun and then the students like it. Or maybe as parents, you can make all the things in your home very fun. Like me and my son, we like block in our house. We have to face each other for 50 days, and then we try to do everything in a fun way. Like even through coffees, we are competitive with each other to see who can make the best coffee for the day.
That's cool. How can the schools, what's the seed if I'm a school teacher, right? And the school program is getting a little bit old, like it's not looking to the future. It's always looking at the old subjects, the old skills, and what's the seed to see the schools thinking more about the future? You know, what the kids will need for 10 years from now or 20 years from now. How to change this, how to change the school is just doing what they used to do in the past, and they are not thinking about what the kids need in 10 years or 20 years. It will be a completely different world for your kids.
Yeah,
You know? And the things we learned in school, they are not so important for them, I think, maybe.
that's a very good question. I believe that maybe a creativity seed that kind of seed will help to schools to see beyond the current maybe year or decade, you know, to go to the future. I believe that will be a very useful seed.
So what's the seed for innovation or creativity? Ella? If I want to have a new idea, even me, you know, I design DCI courses. I want the next course to be very exciting. I want to do something completely new idea. So what's seed? How to plant the seed, because then the schools can do it.
I always like collecting new ideas around me. Because, you know, during the shutdown, you don't have much to do. And then instead of daily work and readings, I can find people, they post a lot of new ideas, concept, and then the articles online. And then I will go through it, and then I will share these ideas and celebrate these ideas, because there are so many good ideas in this world. Like if you can celebrate others' success, and then and also share the valuable creative ideas to others, I think it is very easy for you to be creative.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Raul, what do you do when you want a new idea?
When I want a new idea,
because you're an engineer, you guys have to think about new ideas all the time.
Yeah, what I have to do is always go back to the people before me and try to study and to learn what they have done, sorry, and then build from there. Yeah, and of course share their good ideas and celebrate the great ideas that other people have over these past people that had some very great ideas before. So that's one thing that I do: go to the basics, to the teachers that were there before me, and build from there. Yeah, and also celebrate other people's success.
They ask Isaac Newton and they ask Stephen Hawking, you know, how do you get new ideas? And he said, I am standing on the shoulders of the giants. It means I am standing on the shoulders of the past generation. So I think that's cool. By the way, I will do an advertisement, okay?
Okay.
During this filming, we are having a special classes. We are having 65 classes about translation, how to translate the ancient books. And when I need new ideas, I like to also, like Raul, I like to go to the old books. I like to go to the old writers, maybe 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. And so if you have time, you are very welcome to come to those classes. It's called Mixed Nuts Class at gmail.com. You can get more information about that. But there are 65 classes online from the ancient books. Ella, how about you for creativity?
Actually, I totally agree with Geshe-la. This Asian classics, actually, they are the great source for creativity. Because when I when we translate something, and then I always found that the idea there is really creative. It's
Mhm.
really like mind blowing. It's so cool. And then if we can go through it and then to learn something about it and then to adapt it into our own life, I think you will become more and more creative also.
Yeah, cool, cool.
Yeah, and also I have a idea. Just when we talk about to change the educational system
Mhm.
and then to change it into a meaningful system, then I think we actually need to meet a good teacher and need to be in a good school. So
Mhm.
what's the key to meet a good teacher, Gashila?
Oh my gosh. Uh, I don't know. In my school, when I was a kid, uh, actually, I met very, very, very good teachers. And I thought, oh, every school must be like that. I didn't understand that I am very, very lucky. I had very, very good teachers for many years in the school and after school. And I thought, oh, all teachers are like that. Later, when I grew up, I found out there's good teachers and there's a lousy teacher. So then I thought, like you asked, why did I meet such good teachers? What was the cause for that? And I one day I asked my teacher, my monk teacher, I asked him, what's the seed to meet these, what's the seed to meet these good teachers? And he said, it was very interesting. He said, share as much as you understand. He didn't say, share what you understand. He didn't say it like that. He said, share as much as you understand. Why? And I asked him, why you say as much as you understand? Why you didn't tell me share what you understand? He said, actually, you don't understand much. So what you understand, but share it with other people. The good things you understand, share it with other people. Then you can understand more after that. So I think that's the way to meet a good teacher. Also, I think to recognize that many people around you are your teacher. Like you guys have kids, and I really believe my friends who have kids, they get a big education from those kids. And I'm not joking. I think the people I know who have kids, the kids keep them younger, and the kids give them new ideas, and the kids are always asking questions, and the kids are asking you, why dad, why mom? And so I think if we recognize all the teachers in our life, just because someone is your kid, it doesn't mean they are not your teacher. They are a real teacher. And so I think the seed to find a great teachers in your life is to find other teachers in your life. We had a small dog who just died. He was very old, and he was blind, and he was also deaf, and he couldn't walk much. And we took care of him for many years, and just a dog, right? But he taught us a lot. He taught us a lot about love and about affection. And so I think if you look for teachers in your life, then you will find more teachers like that. Yeah. Cool, cool, man.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool. We are over the 15 minutes mark.
Okay, you guys
so
have a Ella.
yeah, we need to have the wrap up for today and give the Delia from Romania. We would like to give her some practical suggestions.
Mhm.
So I remember, like as Raul suggested, like for changing the educational system, first we need to also make things enjoyable and meaningful. And also, what else, Raul?
I think that remember where this obsolete system is coming from, and that will that will force us to give these enjoyable moments to people, you know, so we can see a more enjoyable educational system.
Yeah, and Geshe also mentioned we need to be
I like this last suggestion that I made. You know, for me, you know, my whole long life, I try to every morning when I do my meditation. Part of the meditation preparation is to ask someone to teach me today. So in the morning in meditation, we make a small prayer that today, I hope I meet someone who will teach me something. And then the whole day we are looking for someone to teach us something. So I think it's a very good seed. I think it's a very sweet seed. So I will suggest that for Delia, and I think it would be cool. You guys have another question for tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah,
We will have Brian Mendoza from Mexico City and Anna from Romania, yay!
I have a question.
Okay, just a second.
Hi, Kishmaker. I'm Kylie from Malaysia. I have a question. My dad is having bad diabetes, which is leading to kidney failure. So he takes medication, but he refuses to control his diet or even do things that is harmful to diabetes. So we have advised him multiple times. So what can my family do so that my dad can know how to take care of his own health willingly without force? Thank you.
Wow, that's a tough question. Kylie from Singapore, right?
Yeah, Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia. Her father won't take good care of his health.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm glad we don't have to answer it.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, you will have to answer it tomorrow.
Yeah. So Raul, I'm hoping you will be the host on Thursday.
Yeah, I will be the host on Thursday, yeah.
And we'll see you guys. Thank you again. I know it's not easy, and it's so exciting to have such a cool guest, one from China and one from Mexico. I think it's very cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. See you.
See you Thursday.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.